rear-facing car seats can cause head injuries for children, but experts say that they are still the safest ones to use for parents. Dr. Lisa Baer, pediatrician and certified instructor for National Highway Traffic and Safety Association, and Emily Levine, the car seat ladies, join us with some important safety tips for kids' car seats. I know every parent is listening right now. Talk about this rear car safety study. They actually said that they were suffering from injuries in a rear-facing car seat. What do you think about this study?
We know from studies that are very scientifically valid, as well as real-world crashes, that rear-facing is the absolute safest way for children to ride. This particular study had numerous flaws to it that rendered it scientifically invalid. Rear-facing is the absolute safest way to ride. Studies show that more than 75% of the crashes that cause injuries to children are frontal and side impact crashes, and rear-facing offers the best protection in those situations.
Until what point in the baby's life? How old?
Yes, at least 24 months of age, but hopefully much longer. Rear-facing is the most protective for all parts of the body, but especially the brain and spine.
There are car seats that accommodate kids rear-facing till 3, even 4 years old.
And you would opt for that up to a 4-year-old toddler to be in a rear-facing seat?
So this car seat we show here, Emily's 3-year-old, who's very large for his age, rides rear-facing in this exact seat. The infant seat we're showing on the left here, that's for babies typically coming home from the hospital for about their first year of life.
Okay, now let me ask you this. We've also heard that there are dangers about car seats with a little baby, in terms of asphyxiation, not being able to breathe when they're left in the car seat to sleep. So when the car seat comes out of the car and you have the baby in it, how do we keep babies most safe in the car seat when they're not in the car?
There's 3 rules every time your baby is in the car seat, whether it's in the car, in the house, or in the stroller. Number 1, make sure your baby is always buckled and buckled snug. Emily's going to show how to do that. Take the shoulder straps, pull firmly upwards on the shoulder straps. That gathers all the slack out of the legs and stomach. Then she's going to pull in the tail firmly. She's going to pull upwards again on the shoulder straps, gathering all the slack again, pulling up on the tail again. And then she's going to pull up again on the shoulders.
This is even when they're not in the car?
Even when they're not in the car, every single time.
Why?
Because if they're not buckled or partially buckled or loosely buckled, we can see asphyxiations. That's when the baby's head falls down onto their chin falls down onto their chest, and they can't breathe. They can't pick their head back up. We also see strangulations, which is what this warning label addresses. That commonly happens when just the chest clip is buckled and they get caught on the chest clip.
Because what happens is if this is not attached down low, this can actually slide up.
And it's not that it slides up, the baby slides down and gets caught.
And it's not a good situation.
Okay, so when this is clipped, it should be clipped as if the baby is in the car. If the baby's in the car seat, you keep this baby clipped in as if they were driving in the car.
Absolutely. The other thing we see is about 10,000 infants a year visit the emergency room with head injuries due to drops and falls from their car seat. You go to the grocery store, you put this on top of the grocery cart. You go to a restaurant, you put it on top of a restaurant high chair. Someone knocks it off and the baby hits their head on the floor. So the other thing is, anytime the baby's in the car seat, it's either in the car, on the stroller, or on the floor, never anywhere elevated.
So rear facing as long as possible, up to the age of 4.
Ideally,
and when they are in this car seat, they are buckled.
Every car seat always buckled, in the house, in the car, wherever it is.
I mean, these are real new revelations, I think, for most parents watching today. Doctor, we want to thank you for joining us, Dr. Baer and Emily Levine. Thanks. Wow. What do you think about that? Coming up, wonder if you are wasting your hard-earned money on monthly rent.